Showtime, baby. This will be a good fight.
Alright, and what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Sets here for Street Fighter 6. We are back on the airways where we get two players from around the globe. Well, this time we're back in the UK and we put them in the ring for first to 10, but we have interviews, pre-match interview and the post-match interview as well to hear their thoughts on Street Fighter 6 and talk Street Fighter 6 in general, because that is the game we're playing and having fun with. And of course, we've got, I don't actually know what that image is. I don't know what this is. Never seen it, so I've only just seen it today. So whatever it is, it's my fault. I've been doing stuff all day. So whatever that is, I'm sure the community manager will explain himself in a couple of minutes. But yes, I'm going to be joined by two amazing people in the scene. Co-hosts, you can call them, or main hosts, because they are main hosts in their own right. But yes, this time I've got Ovaha and Veggie decided to grow his hair out. No, I'm just playing. I've got Ringe with me today. Yes, good old Ringe from across the pond. Ringe, talk to me. How you feeling today?
Feeling good, man. Feeling good. Excited for a sets between ISDD and Flawless Deku, right? I always like seeing the long term when it comes to players versus each other and see how they kind of adjust over the course of a longer than tournament set, right? I'm always in the nitty gritty with that stuff. So these two, very cerebral, very willing to adjust to their opponent's strengths and some weaknesses. So I'm looking forward to it.
Sweet. And Ovaha, talk to me. How you feeling today?
I'm feeling really good as well, and I would like to I'm agreeing with Ringe on the fact that always love to see a run back, especially last time, since ISDD didn't even have his main in the game because it was the demo version. So obviously he's been putting in a lot of work. I mean, both have been putting in a lot of work, but ISDD has been putting in a lot of work with Guile after the launch. So obviously it's a very different story now. But I'm excited to see how this will go, because it might go very differently this time. So obviously gonna be a good time.
Well, there's only one way to find out, indeed. Yeah, no, I'll be good, but we'll get onto that very, very soon, because like Ovaha alluded to, ICD didn't have his main last time, but he's going to have Guile with him now. But yes, if you guys don't know, we've advertised it for the last 2-3 days. This is the fight card, so if we can get the team to put on the fight card, it will be an all-UK affair. Sweet. ISTD, the general, back on the show, but it's not going up against his rival, Jimmy. It's going to be going up against Flawless Deku. These guys played in the demo days, and ISD was using Ryu then, but he's got the Guile now. So we're going to see how much of a difference this makes. And of course, as Ringe did discuss earlier as well, one of the things we actually don't see often in Street Fighter 6 are actually long and extended sets, which is why I like to see some of these matchups in first to 10 to see how they really flesh out. So I'm kind of curious to see how Guile going up against Luke will happen over the course of first to 10. Heck, maybe one or two of them maybe might change characters, because these guys have actually been delving into the DLC characters as of recent spell. But we will get onto that very, very soon here. Now, the first thing I've got to ask, because Ringe, I don't think I've actually heard your opinion or seen it at all. Have you tried Aki at all?
I haven't really tried Aki myself yet. I've been paying attention to people's opinions that have been playing her, notably Justin Wong, because I did an ICFC with Justin shortly after she came out. So I was picking his brain about the character a little bit. She definitely seems interesting, right? Obviously, very unique approach to a character. Obviously, a lot of things that's going to take a bit of time to really optimize and crack open when it comes to the strategy realm. But, you know, I'm a little bit concerned for her just at the beginning when trying to play like the typical Street Fighter 6 meta. Okay. I know that her lights are pretty short. Like Justin was telling me that she doesn't really have a triple light sequence that can actually connect with the opponent. I think there's a bit of pushback on the crouch light kick if you try to do like crouch light punch, crouch light kick, light punch, you know, stuff like that. So I think that hurts her a little bit, and it's going to take some time for players to kind of develop a meta after that 3 light string, right? It's not something as obvious as like a Cammy who can dive kick, or like a Luke that will throw in a special cancelable fireball here and there, right? So once that kind of gets nailed down, I'm excited to see her potential, but I think it's going to take some time for sure.
Yeah, she seems like a real investment character at the moment. So a couple months, maybe a year from now down the line, I'm hoping the people that invest in the time will get heavily rewarded, because that character, again, just like Street Fighter 6 was at the start, it's frustrating to learn, but when you do get things down to a T, then again, it's explosive. And because of the what's it called, the toxic blossom effect, you always want them to be poisoned. Like, the damage is there. Once they're poisoned, and you can consistently poison your opponent as well, like, it starts flowing. And that's why she's one of the most entertaining things about her. But then her poison mechanic as opposed to Fang's one. Well, there's pros and cons to either or, depending on how you look at it. Have you played much of Aki this week or these past couple of days yourself, over her? Or?
I haven't played her, but I have been watching people who have been playing her, and I do agree with which was said before about the fact that it's definitely going to take a special kind of a player that is going to unlock her potential. There is definitely some things that I've been kind of curious and maybe worried about, some minus on hit stuff in the corner, for example, for the projectiles, and leaving her open to a punish, for example, in a situation where you get the hit, which obviously sounds pretty like ugh. But at the same time, there's definitely some strong stuff, but it's interesting to see what kind of a matchup spread she will have, and what kind of a timetable we're talking about when we're going to be actually seeing some people use her in like a highly competitive situation, environment, tournaments. And obviously for the player who's playing against Aki, it's a matter of knowing the matchup as well, so you can maybe possibly get away with some stuff that at the beginning, and at some point when people will figure out the matchup, they will be able to fight her more effectively.
Yeah, I mean, like, Rashid and Aki are the DLC characters right now, and both of them see that knowledge check, so I'm just going to assume that all the DLC characters that come out, they're just going to be knowledge check characters, similar to Blanca being a knowledge check character as well, something along those lines. But I will say, again, outside of the entertainment factor, I do think the developers missed a trick. I think they should have made you poison the drive gauge to the health gauge, and the poison should have lasted up at one stock. I really think they missed a trick there, because that would have been very interesting to see how it panned out over time. And I think she's fun now, but I think it would have been even more creative, and because people love to attack that drive gauge.
That would have been super unique, yeah.
But I think they didn't want to be too like, gung-ho with it, like with some other things. But you want to make a point real quick, Ringe?
Yeah, I think that's something that we could see actually added to the character after a little bit of time. Like, if it proves that she's maybe not as strong as they initially aimed for, then I definitely think that's like in the back of their minds, right? Like, if we're gonna add stuff to these characters, gonna add new things in the future, I think that's like at the top of the list, some type of drive gauge drain for Aki.
Yeah.
Poison everything, basically.
Well, I mean, look, like, she's the only character, as far as I'm aware right now, that inflicts a status effect on anybody. I think she's the only character that does that. If I'm not mistaken, I might have to double check that, fact check that. But
Blanca does induce a mental status effect.
all right, if you want to go that far, then yes, okay, that's completely fine. But yeah, like we said, I want to see how she fleshes out over time, of course. But yes, we've got a couple of things to round up before we get the guests in, because we do have them in the green room. So first up, I believe it might be, yes, to let you guys know that the Capcom Cup qualification spots are still happening, World Warrior and the Premier events as well. So obviously Angry Bird, he won the very first event, which is Evolution 2023, the biggest one there is there. You'll see him at the Capcom Cup finals. We have Travis Styles going there with the Chun-Li, maybe picking other characters down the line. We got Kusanagi, Snake Eyes, we got Dookie, we got NL, and of course we got, I keep forgetting his name, and someone told me literally 2 days ago. Someone literally told me 2 days ago. He won with DJ, and it's a fantastic DJ. He beat Kiyoma in the grand finals in the Brazilian region. Okay, it's going to escape me now. I wish they had the names there as well, not just where they qualified from, and I'd remember or see it all the time. But, apologies that I can't remember his name now, but someone's going to tell me. I go, yes, that was him. But I completely forgot. But yes, also, do not forget, because we actually are in the month, or we're a month away from the European offline premiere, but in about 2-3 weeks time, we're actually going to be at the Singapore event. Why does that say Gamescom Asia? Is that what the event's called? I thought that wasn't what it was called. Is that what it's called? Oh, I thought Gamescom was only in Germany. Anyway, just figured that out now. Yes. There's going to be an offline event in Singapore, which is called Gamescom Asia, apparently, and the registration cap is 1,024 players. So if you're considering going to Singapore, you're in that area, then please get signing up. You need to go to Start GG, and you can find all the information there, because, again, there's still places open. It's got a lot of heavy hitters there from what I last saw. Problems going. I think Mr. Crimson signed up. I've seen Daigo there. I've seen Nemo. I've seen a lot of the heavy hitters from Asia going down there as well. Obviously, the locals going too. It's going to be a heavy hitting one. And, of course, the one that will be not long afterwards will be Paris Games Week here in Europe. It will be happening in France, and the registration cap again for that is 1,024. So you must know this is super important, but they've got over it anyway, so that's completely fine. If you do sign up to the offline premiere in France, they're going to give you a free CP t-shirt of a character I don't play anymore. I'll still wear it though. That's completely fine.
Jump the ship.
You know what? To earn your special CP t-shirt, just sign up there. It's going to be happening from Friday, November 3rd through to November 5th. And there's going to be, I think there's 2 venues for this one. I believe, yes, I'm getting word from the voice of reason. There is 2 venues for this one. But yes, the finals will be at Paris Games Week. There's going to be another venue where the preliminaries are going to have... What, Esports? Is that what it's called? Oh, it says it right there. Sorry, I wasn't looking. I was looking at the camera. It's going to be happening at Esports. I don't know if we have any information in regards to what to look at in terms of pictures. Is it going to be a Smash GG? What the picture of the venue look like? Okay, wow. I'm not going to repeat that last part that my voice of reason just said. But yes, there's going to be more information on that. Head on over to startgg/CPT 2023. You can find out there. Oh! Okay, so you're not exclusive. Oh, I thought this was just exclusive to Europe. Anyway, if you sign up to the offline Singapore CPT event, then you'll get a free t-shirt there. The Manon one's better, actually. Now that I'm looking at that one, wow. The Manon one's better. I've said it. I know.
Why not both?
Why not both? I'm just not one of those kind of guys. I pick one or the other, left or right, mate. Don't pick both because there's no center. Anyway, but yes, if you sign up there, you do get a free t-shirt. So if you're looking for some merch, Street Fighter 6, sign up to one of these events. You do have to go there, obviously. They're not going to mail it to your house. I know what some people like in the FGC. They'll sign up. I think they're going to send the shirt to the yard. That's not how it works. But yes, ladies and gentlemen, do not forget as well, speaking of the European side of things, Street Fighter League has been announced for Europe. There are the 6 teams involved in the league this season. 3 returning teams and 3 new teams. The returning teams are Team Mouse, led by Problem X last season. Zero Nation, I believe they were led by Beggy last season as well. And we do have BMS that was led by Mr. Crimson. They were the runner-ups of the league last year. They return. And the new teams are Wolves, short for Wolverhampton. They are a football team in the Premier League, the top flight football league in the UK. They are going to be there. And of course, we've got BK Rog. I don't know much about them, but I should look into them because yes, Luffy is actually sponsored with them. I don't know much about them. And then of course Team Guild. I did my research on them, and yes, they are co-owned by David Beckham. If you don't know who David Beckham is, go on Google, find out. That's a very big deal. These teams are a very big deal, and hopefully you guys can tune in to the Street Fighter League Europe whenever it airs. And speaking of which, Wolves announced their team roster last night or yesterday, which was great. They went in, they got someone to do a song for them, exclusive track. They got everyone in the gym. They're sending a message, ladies and gentlemen. They're sending a message. Go to the gym and you might be able to get sponsored by a football team.
I would love to run the Wolves workout myself.
You know what? I'm not going to lie. After watching this, I'm like, I might need to go to the gym. They got Phils to hold weights. I didn't think Phils would hold weights. I think he'd just be holding pads or something. Phils is amazing for pictures and videos. I don't think I've actually told him that. I don't want to blow up his ego, but I really think Phils is good for pictures and trailers. That's just me personally. But it's great to see this. So yes, on the Wolverhampton team, I like those sweatpants. I need to try and see if I can nab one of those. They've got Shax, they've got Shivs, they've got 4 Phils, and they got Poppy from Sweden. Yes, Poppy from Sweden. It's good to have him back. And he's going to be here playing some Street Fighter 6 at the Street Fighter League. So, Rince, did you see this video at all? Yesterday?
I have not. This is my first time witnessing it. I'm always a big fan of the production quality when it comes to fighting game stuff, whether it be team announcements, whether it be tournament announcements, whatever have you. And this is right up my alley, so I'm loving what they're doing. Creating the proper hype for SFL 100%.
Sweet. And Alvar, what do you think about this?
I think it's really great, and I do think it's a really awesome message that they're also sending about, you know, being a team, taking care of yourself, taking care of the team, taking care of yourself physically, because you will be performing better that way. So I think it's really sick, and obviously the cinematography is just peak.
Yeah, that's good. No, do you know, I'm actually jealous they got to go on the stadium. Because
cool.
I would love to be there.
Legit. So just for those of you who don't know, because I know a lot of people don't follow football, Team Wolverhampton, they actually beat the best team in the league this past weekend. So watching that and then watching these guys on the stadium taking videos and pictures and not inviting me was a bit upsetting. Nah, these guys look great. They
you can
look
still
great.
go to the gym, Jabbers.
That's true. No, these guys are absolutely great. So hopefully you guys will support them in their endeavors at Street Fighter League in the coming months. I want to say it's months. I don't think they've actually announced when Street Fighter League's actually going to air. They just said it's going to happen. Yeah, I think they just said it's going to happen. Anyway, but yes, that is going to be Team Wolverhampton. I actually don't know if any of the other teams have announced their rosters, okay? The Voice of Reason said not yet. I'm hoping they do it in some similar fashion or around that same time frame as well. But here's one question I wanted to ask Ringe, because this is a big deal that's been happening in Europe. A lot of the football teams have been advised to kind of delve into esports, kind of dip their toes into it and get a couple players and represent games. Do the NBA do that at all? But have they got any esports players?
The only thing that I've seen, I know that like 2K kind of has like some type of deal for NBA 2K with the NBA where they do like some minor sponsorship, if I'm not mistaken. But I did see that the Milwaukee Bucks were hosting a fighting game tournament. I can't remember if it already happened or if it's happening soon, but that is the only NBA involvement I've seen. But yeah, I would love, as a big sports guy myself, I would love, whether it be baseball, I'm a big football, basketball guy personally, but any of the major sports getting involved in the FGC, I would love to see it in the state.
Honestly, I wish
you bringing up the David Beckham thing took me back to Gamers 8 though, and I was like, I was thinking about Rob trying to argue about Kai Cenat and who was famous. I was like, I don't even want to. You took me back for a second, but that's a story for another day.
Yeah, we're going to save that one for the... I wish you guys were in the back of the shuttle when I was listening to this, because Rob's amazing at arguments, but when he states that, I just said so, the argument is apparently just ends there. It's brilliant. But yes, that is what's going to be with the Street Fighter League stuff there, so do keep an eye on that. Make sure you follow at Capcom Fighters to follow all the details regarding that as well. I know some of the guys that are going to be part of SFL US, they've kind of told you that they're going to be there recording. I don't know when they're going to announce their side of things, but yes, all the SFLs will be underway very soon. Are we allowed to show the World Warrior stuff for the UK? Because I want to give personal congratulations to Ringe, or good job on the World Warrior this past Friday, because I know that you done it with Jake Ryan and Mustopheles. It looks like you guys actually learned a bunch of stuff about players we didn't even know about. I think there was like 2 guys we didn't know about either. So when you said, does anyone know? I'm like, damn, I can't message you because I don't know.
Straight up, right? Yeah, there was like, we even did research beforehand. I was able to find footage on one of the players that I was unfamiliar with, but another one that I was just like, I can't even find Street Fighter 6 footage of this dude. So I couldn't even find Street Fighter footage, period. So because of that, that's really cool though. I think seeing people flourish and kind of blossom in the process of World Warrior is something that, it's like one of the reasons the World Warrior event started in the first place, right?
Yes.
To kind of get a lot of these players on a grind, hopefully show some spotlights on them that, you know, for these players that don't just get to travel all the time, or the ones that we're not as familiar with on a global scale. Yeah,
100%. It's just something that I actually can't wait to see what new competition sprouts from this World Warrior, because obviously in the UK it's wow, that's huge. I just saw a fly just come across my head. Right, it's huge because we got Ending Walker just dominate the competition. So I think no one's going to argue right now that he's the best player. No one's going to refute that. I don't know if that's going to change, but as it stands right now, he's got 2 more ranking events before he gets a 10-peat. I think it's a 10-peat, something like that.
That's nuts.
Yeah. It is nuts. But yes, he did win the UK and Ireland bracket reset number 3. So he reigned supreme with 150 points, if I'm not mistaken, in terms of the World Warrior there. It's going to be interesting because I need to double check the dates, because some regions, Ringe, you might know it from the CPT side of things, some regions, their World Warrior finals is before their online premiere event. So it's going to be interesting, because if Ending Walker basically clean sweeps the World Warrior, that means he's out of the picture for online CPT. He can enter the online CPT. The spot will just be given down, which means you just have to basically look at all the other contentions, like Problem X, Broski, Infectious is playing, so he might come back. Hurricane might have a good day. You know, Shax might, Musanu. Somebody else might be thinking, well, if Ending Walker just takes that one, we gun for the other spot. That's what could happen.
You have a really good point about that. Yeah, because I think coming up soon, some of the production team that does CPT in the States is going to have to take a break because of, as you mentioned, SFLs are coming around the corner. We obviously have the offline premieres, and there's not going to be any online premieres to clash with that. So there's a lot of weeks coming up here in October and November that I think there's going to be some non-CPT onlines. And then December, they usually take a break for the holidays as well, right?
Right.
So yeah, I think there's a lot of World Warrior events that are going to get decided before their online premieres. And that's going to be a whole new wrench, 100%. It's interesting to see because I think my brain was only thinking about people that would win the online premieres and then they'd be removed from the World Warrior picture, right? Not really the other way around. That's going to be coming up.
Yeah, so it kind of works both ways if you think about it. I need to double check some of the details in general, but I do know for a fact France and UK, their online CBT premieres are in December, but I think their finals end in November. So it's like, okay, and there's not much of a time difference between the two finals. So it's like, okay, for example, if Ending Walker does win, it opens up the spot in the UK. If Mr. Crimson or Valmaster win the French World Warrior, it opens up the spot to another guy. And then it's like Ringe just said, it's like there's an offline premiere as well. One of those guys could have a good day. So there's other ways to qualify. And it's very interesting because at the end of the day, they need to get 48 players at the finals there.
I do love the fact that there's multiple ways to actually get in. So that's always interesting because you can actually see how some people are focusing on a specific route. And I do enjoy that.
Yeah, no, 100%. I think it's what makes it more interesting, and the storylines. Obviously, from a player perspective, I don't think you want a spot handed to you. You want to earn it yourself. I think anyone competitive will tell you that in any regard. But either way, these guys are fighting tooth and nail to get as best as they can be to prepare for these big events because they could be coming thick and fast later down the line. We've already had a crazy first couple of months anyway with the game, and this season's not even done yet. But speaking of which, I do want to get these guests in because we do have them in the green room. So I want to have a chat with them before we set them up for the first to 10. And I've got questions to ask these guys, and Ringe, I definitely want you in on the conversation as well because I want to get your opinion on this. But yes, if we can get... Well, look, you're here every week, so I can get your opinion anytime I want. Get your opinion anytime I want. But yes, bro. Let me find out. Have we got Flawless Deku and ICD? Have they unmuted their mic so we can get them on board to have a lovely chat with them? So, let me find out. Can these guys hear me loud and clear?
Hello, hello.
Right, we got Flawless Deku there. Perfect. I don't know where ISDD is. He's here with us, but his mic's still muted. Have we got him? I don't know where he is.
I'll message him in Discord.
Okay.
His mic is unmuted now.
All right, it's unmuted, but I don't know where he is. He might be talking and he can hear us, but we can't hear him. But I do want to get... We'll try and figure that out, try and sort it out. But yes, as we do that, I'm going to talk to Flawless Deku. So Flawless Deku, it's been a little while. Hope you're doing good. Thanks for joining us tonight as well, here for your run back. Now, the first question I want to ask you in regards to Street Fighter 6. Oh, wait, have we got him? Is ISDD here?
Henry?
All right, okay, I can just about hear you. Still crackling, but we got you. We got you.
Cool.
All right, cool. We can work with that. We can definitely work with that. Thank you for joining us today, ISDD. Much appreciated for that.
No worries.
Let me ask Flawless first. Has your opinion on Luke changed from the beta days till now? Is Luke pretty much the same? Have you substantially learned something different? Talk to me about Luke a bit.
Good question. I think I wouldn't say it's changed much. I think that as the game, everyone thought it was very, very strong at the beginning. He still is very, very strong. A lot of people saying top 1, top 3. I think in a lot of people's estimations he's gone down a bit just because I think other characters kind of flourished a bit more in my opinion. I still think he's up there for sure. Maybe like later end of top 5, something like that. Around that area. That's probably where I put him. But he's just got all the tools. He's just very, very solid overall. That's not really going anywhere. It's just the thing that puts a few other characters over the top of him, in my opinion, is they have like the extra stuff, the more like kind of, skanks, quote unquote. Whereas he just kind of overall very, very solid,
So he hasn't got a gimmick, is what you're saying?
Yeah, not even necessarily a gimmick, because gimmick implies like they're kind of, not legit. But
okay, fair.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, of course.
Say for example, I don't know, Blanca, you can activate level 2 and then like go nuts and get a lot of damage that way. Whereas he doesn't really have anything like that. He kind of has to outplay you in each area of the game to win. Or Ken, where he's got certain mix-ups that he can kind of get a lot of free damage that way. Yeah, but still very, very strong overall, I think.
Oh, fair play. I like that. Now, I've got to go to ISDD because I always like hearing his opinion because it's his opinion against the world, literally. Let me ask you, where do you place Guile? I personally think Guile is top 3, but I'm pretty sure you have a different opinion of Guile in Street Fighter 6. So
5, 6.
Okay, why do you think he's the 5th or 6th spot then?
Because, like, if you play him at a top level, the way people are playing him now is totally different from the beta test or the early days. With the parry mechanic and stuff, you have to adapt when you play Guile now. It's not the same as just throwing booms, booms, booms. Like, you got JP in the game. He's by far ridiculously 10 times better than Guile. He's the best in the game.
Of course, no, repeating that part.
Coming out now. I think they're just exposing Guile's weaknesses a lot better. Guile is good, but it takes a lot of skill and a lot of execution to play all the time. You know, it could be like, see where I'm coming from. He's not the best in the game. Everyone knows that now. They used to say he was, but he's definitely really strong and he's up there as a contender. He just can't be the best. I don't think he's top 3 either.
Oh, okay. No, again, let's agree to disagree, because that's my personal opinion. But again, you are the Guile specialist, so I can't really knock that. Talk to me, Jordan. What do you want to say?
No, I said, I'd put him top. I'd probably say it's like JP, Ken, then Guile, in my opinion.
For me, he's up there, man. Like,
yeah, but DJ's better than Guile, man.
Oh, wait. You're one of those guys. You think DJ's better than Guile?
I don't know about that.
This game, like, I think every character's won a tournament now. It's like, it's very diverse, but like every character's strong to win something. But like, when you look at the top 5 characters in the game, they're really it's different. They're like really they're really strong. Do you know where I'm coming from?
Yeah.
It's just like swing roundabout. It's kind of crazy. And because the game's still early, it's like developing very well. Do you know where I'm coming from? So
okay, DJ's better than, some people have said that. I can see the angle that you're kind of coming from, but overall,
He's offensive.
Yeah, offensive. He's way more. He's way more offensive.
If you think about this, some characters in the game like Jory and DJ, they can just drive rush in neutral, right? When I try to use another character, I see how kind of the game is just kind of a bit stupid with some characters. I never really had to deal with it too much with Guile because of the way I play, but these characters shouldn't be able to like dart in at you that quick. You can't react to it with a button all the time. It's like, it's very strong. Do you know where I'm coming from? It's just, I just think like.
Okay, yeah. so my counter argument.
Easier for them to do what they got to do than for me to do what I've got to do. Do you know, on the long set.
I'm glad you brought that up, because not every character can do a slow fireball and run behind it. So Guile kind of has that. In regards to some characters where they have to do the drive rush by itself, Guile has to throw out a boom, and then that's even an extra layer to go around that. And of course, you have one of the fastest projectiles in the game.
That's good, but other characters can still follow on with their fireballs. Like Ryu can in the corner, and Ken's with his EX fireball, we can combo from it. Jory can. A lot of characters can do this sort of stuff. I don't really get nothing from my EX. I just get a knockback.
Yeah.
I can combo from the corner, but the slow one, I've still got to like follow it up, and it puts me into a situation of a guessing game from when they're parrying or. So I could put myself at a risk. Taking the risk, you know, come from.
Oh, I mean, you're not playing fighting games without taking a risk, so.
Yeah, of course, but like early on, it was a lot easier to beat people because people wasn't parrying. Do you know, I'm coming from there. Yeah. Just like, so it was a lot easier. Now you got to think a lot more with Guile to play him to be at the top level. You can't just like playing brains.
Oh, okay, no, fair. I like that. Now, a question I wanted to ask the both of you is, we'll start with Flawless first. What is your favorite thing about Street Fighter 6 when you're playing it?
Favorite thing? Wait, can I quickly just touch on the Guile thing? I was gonna say
before you ask that question, touch on Guile.
Yeah, the one thing you mentioned about, you know, the drive rush and, you know, other characters kind of just drive rush in for free and neutral and like, you know, it's kind of brain dead. One thing I would say that's really strong about Guile is you can't do that versus him, because like his natural like game plan just negates that together. All the time, you can't drive rush through a sonic boom. Yeah. So that's one of the things that makes him so strong, is that like you can't play it, like you have to play him differently to, you know, how you might be playing other characters, you know. So DJ, for example, one of his strongest tools is like he can't use it the same way. So I mean, that's one argument I would say for why I think Guile is like really strong.
Yeah, but I still can't tech DJ on his drive rush because it's too fast half the time. If I jump over his fireball,
no, but if you throw a sonic boom, then auto checks
50. And not just that, he can like do his sway moves and bait out a black kick. Like some of the characters who got fast ones, not really Jury's the way she plays, but with DJ and Kimberly, little gaps they seem to find. I'm coming from, but obviously you can just flash kick when you see the green. But this does still sometimes give you trouble. But I just kind of feel when I try and use another character, I kind of can feel for a lot of players what they've got to deal with. Do you know what I mean? Because I've always moaned about. I always moan about drive impact, not drive rush. You know what I mean? I don't really moan about the drive rush. I'm always moaning about the drive impact in the game. Like getting hit against the wall for blocking and stuff like that.
We've all said something about that.
They should at least scale it so people don't use level 3s all the time or something. Do you know where I'm coming from? Because I just don't like blocking and getting hit.
That is a skank, I can't lie.
Yeah.
No, we get that. Now, before we continue that conversation, going back to what Flawless said, it's basically, look, once you throw out the boom, you've committed to it. But once they throw out the drive rush, they've committed to it. And drive rushes don't go through booms. So that's why people have to change the way they're maneuvering Sonic booms, I should say. But yeah, go back to what I asked you, Flawless. What's your favorite thing, or a favorite thing you have about Street Fighter 6 when playing it?
Favorite thing about the game? It's a tough one. I mean, there's a lot of things I like about it. I like the neutral. I like, I like that in this game, it's a bit more like footsie based compared to 5, for example. I just kind of like enjoy that part of it. I also enjoy like the conversions you can get from neutral, like whiff punish with crouch medium or whatever. It actually leads to Oki and like, and then you can get your stuff started. I enjoy that. It's tough to say like one particular thing because I just enjoy playing the game, if I'm honest. Yeah, I can't really.
I respect that.
That's the best scenario.
Yeah, well, that is the best answer, I should say. ISTD, what about you? Is there a favorite thing you have about SF6, or do you just like enjoy playing the game as well? I know you're just a fighting game fanatic in general, but is there anything particularly like about SF6?
Well, obviously Guiled, and like the way every character is different. It's like you can play offensive, you can play defensive. I think there's so much things in this game to think about at one time that it's very more skillful than it used to be on Street Fighter 5. You have to always think about it. Like when I'm streaming and talking, I get hit by stuff a lot. You always have to be aware of your decisions and like DI and drive rush. You always have to think about the next thing. I like it. Where I'm coming from. I think there's a lot of in the years to come, this game's really going to develop a lot. But there are things obviously don't dislike about the drive rush. But one thing I do like, I really like Guile and how they've made the characters in this game. Okay. I do like that. Even though I think JP is very strong, I do like the character and the design.
No, JP is a fantastic character. He's awesome. Look, we all know that. No one's knocking that he's not a sick character.
You should be banned from tournaments, though, man. You should be banned. He's too strong. You know how many upsets he's done to people, and me as well, from tournaments and stuff. There's always a JP there or J. I know it's me to like learn another character around it, but I just don't see it. I think he beats everyone, man.
Wow, that's a bold statement. He beats everyone.
I think.
Okay,
definitely beats Kyle.
Well, can I just ask a follow-up question?
Yeah, go for it.
So, like you say that JP beats everyone. So, who do you think has the best chance against JP then?
Do you know what? I've been always trying to think about that one. Maybe people have always said Cammy, but I don't actually really know. I actually don't really know because I've not really looked all into it. But like, look, when the Walker makes making them look silly, to be honest.
Yeah,
like,
but that's him as a player, to be honest. I still think JP beats Ryu. And I've spoken to Lord Venom about it. It's just that ending Walker is just that phenomenal of a player.
Yeah. Well, Lord Venom did beat him last Shortman, I think. But yeah, I don't know. I don't even know how that matchup goes. But Cammy, I just think JP, because of he controls the game from the get-go. 24/7 he controls the game. So like I think at a top level, and he's still evolving the character. I don't think anyone could beat him. I don't think.
Do you know? I did say. I don't know if Flawless and ISTD. I don't know if you agree with this. Ringe as well. I think you've heard me say it, but I do think the closest character we have to basically complete or fully optimized is JP. Because of just how like the players have been optimizing him, how much exposure you see him in tournament, people love. Yeah. I think JP is the closest character the community has come together to go, okay, I think we know. Even if you can't beat him, that's a different story. It's how close we are to just optimizing certain things. I won't say we've squeezed everything out, but from what I've seen, people are landing 50% or upwards from any given touch. And that's a bit wild, and I haven't really seen that with other characters yet, or they're not as, let's say, flamboyant, because obviously everyone's optimized departures, they got the anti-echo versions down, they got the wall splat into 50% down with JP, and I'm just like, is there anything this character cannot do?
It also feels like JP, my man Juggle Points, just has more opportunities to do those things, right? Like, that's what the JP stands for as far as I'm concerned, and it just feels like those situations for him come up more than every other character, and that could be a thing where we're just farther along on JP as a community than a lot of the other characters, but I don't know, man. He seems like he got the juice for sure.
Oh, 100%. Again, not knocking that as a fantastic character. Another question I wanted to ask the both of you, because I know you guys play online a fair bit, is I wanted to ask you guys about the MR system and how you guys find it. ISTD, we'll get your opinion on it first. So, Master Rating, I think it's called Master Rating. What do you think about it, just in general? Is it a good system? Is SF5 systems better? Talk to me.
You're asking me first, yeah?
Yeah, I'm asking you first.
Oh yeah, before I went to Vegas, at the beginning, I didn't understand it fully. I thought it wasn't any good. But yeah, definitely, it's the best ranking system any Street Fighter's ever had. I know sometimes when you got up the rank really high, you start playing like challengers, but nah, it's definitely the most legit because you're always playing skilled players. Do you know what I mean? It's like every tournament. Sometimes you're playing a game, so it could be a grand finals in a tournament every time you're playing ranked, more or less. So it's really good practice, and I think it shows consistency.
Okay.
Definitely, yeah.
Cool, I like that. Flawless, what about you? Do you like this system, or do you prefer an older game system?
Yeah, I have to agree. I actually really like, how much it feels is on the line in each ranking game. You know what I mean? Like, for example, if you play someone outside of Master, it's like, it doesn't really mean anything. I don't care. But like, whenever there's the MR on the line, you actually do feel, that it makes you want to play better, and it actually means something to you, and it's hard to climb up the ranks, is how it should be.
Yeah. I've took a lot of points off Flawless. I've took a lot of points off Flawless.
Yeah, I don't know about that, mate. I think we played. I think we played once and I won, and then you invited me to custom room afterwards because you didn't want to lose any more points.
No, you invited me, and then I bought you.
No, don't try it. No.
I played you about 20 times. You've never beaten me in one set, Flawless. Don't even go there.
Bro, save it for the first attempt.
Yeah, let's save this. This is why we brought you guys on. Let's save this for the first
attempt.
attempt.
It's more fun. I'm gonna have fun in that, but like, yeah, just saying.
Well, that's hilarious, bro.
We're gonna have fun.
I remember we played one game and then he didn't even wait for the first two to finish.
Hang on, ladies, hang on. There's plenty of time to throw sonic booms and flash kicks and punch each other in the face. We can do that in a couple minutes. Because I want to ask you guys one last question before we do hit to a break, because we are going to get you guys sorted real soon. Let me go with Flawless on this one first. Who do you think is the best character in Street Fighter 6 and why?
Who's best? I think it's probably JP, I think. Right. I think Ken's up there as well. The thing is, I think JP, there's just more that you can't really do much about, in my opinion. And it's like, Ken overall is like just really solid and like does a lot of damage and got, he generally just does everything well. But JP has that extra kind of, you can't, and also on defense, so amnesia is just a bit ridiculous. It means that he can defend like way easier, I feel, versus everyone else, just by mixing that up with parry, for example. It's no one else. You're really at risk of losing 60% from just going for a throw. Like, you have to go for a throw at some point, right? That's just how fighting games work. At some point you have to throw, and if you guess wrong and you know what I mean, not it's a bit too much, in my opinion. I think that's
I get
JP.
that. I have said about JP as well. I think JP is the best character at utilizing the system and punishing it. I think he does both really well.
Yeah, his no hurt boxes on his normals as well. Like the fact he can check drive rushes, like so can crouch medium punch. I think that's very, very strong as well.
And he's
and then he just plays good at like his drive rush is good. It's like great at like most ranges as well. Like zoning's really good. He can get damage that way. Then his offense is ridiculous as well. So, it's kind of like he's got the best of both worlds.
Yeah.
He's got a weapon as well. He has got like a little staff that sticks out. Wherever you drive, you try and drive rush.
Play a Soul Calibur.
Oh, man. Give me Soul Calibur, yeah.
You know what I mean?
He's got a weapon. You know what? I'll ask you anyway, because it sounds like you share the same sentiment. I'm going to say you agree with Flawless with the ISTD. JP's the best in the game because he has a weapon.
Oh, definitely. Well, yeah, well, not just because of weapon, but yeah, definitely. Yeah. I think, look, you're going to see that. I think by the time Capcom Cup comes around, the character would have been more developed. There would have been like sneaky stuff. I think you're going to see a lot of them at Capcom Cup, and I think he could even win it. But it's the only time will tell. But I just think that you're going to see a lot more JP doing a lot more damage.
All right, I'm going to ask one last question before we go to break. I'll start with Rinch first. How many JPs do you think are going to be in the cup?
And there's 48 players total?
Yeah.
We'll go 16.
Wow. Damn, he
I'm
went
gonna go with third.
He
I'm gonna go with third.
I would have said 20.
Wow.
20.
Everyone's saying double digits. Yo, okay. Flawless, what about you?
I'd say like 10 to 12, something like that.
Wow. Okay.
Maybe 10 even. Yeah.
I think people
I
will
think
have him in a
that's
pocket
fair,
by then anyway. Most people have him in a
Okay,
pocket.
no, fair. All right, I'll
That's true.
take that. I'll take that into the equation as well. Ovar, what about you? You gonna do a double digit number as well?
I think I'd say mildly less. 8 to 10 is my guess.
Okay.
How about you, Jammers?
I think 9. I picked a specific
All right,
number.
that's
I
a
think,
sweet
I think
spot
9.
right there.
Yeah. If anything's over 10, I'll come back to this footage and I'll clip it and put it on social media and say the boys were right. Because it's going to be crazy. But,
50%.
I think to ISDD's point, it's not 16 JP mains, but I think at least 16 different players are gonna play JP there.
no, okay.
Yeah, that's fair.
I can definitely see that. I can definitely do that. Right, we could have a 4-hour podcast on JP, but we're not going to do that. What we are going to do is we're going to take a quick break, and when we come back, we're going to get Flawless Deku and ICD in the lobby. We're going to get this first to 10 underway, and we're going to find out who's been stealing MR from who. Get your drinks, get your snacks, and I'll be back with you very, very soon. See you in a bit.
Poison's on the menu. Time to erase you. Let's do now. Here, there, then here, and there. My magnum opus!
Peggy 12.
Time to work, time to work. When inhaled, coriamyrtin blocks the gamma-aminobutyric acid receptors in the central nervous system, causing spasmodic muscle contractions. Master, it's a work of art! It's perfect! What to do with you now? So, shall we put him out of his misery? Time for some experimentation. I bet poison would work wonders on you.
What's good, everybody? Welcome back to Sets right here on twitch.tv/Capcom Fighters. I am Rinch, joined by Ovaha as well as Jammer is going to be joining us momentarily for the sets of ISDD versus Flawless Deku. One I'm very interested in because we didn't get to actually ask Flawless Deku about this. We heard him talk about Luke a little bit, but I've been keeping my eye on Luke and where I feel like his strengths lie and his weaknesses lie. And to me, over the course of this little bit of time we've had with Street Fighter 6, he seems like an even more meter-intensive character than I think a lot of the top tier are. Like when it just comes strictly to drive gauge, I'm speaking. Because I think one thing that really Ken has over him is his ability to kind of run over the opponent and stay within that Oki range, stay within that aggressive, optimal footsie range that Ken's like to play at. While Luke, sometimes they have to kind of back off because their drive gauge is going to get a little bit low if they go for a certain type of conversion. Drive rush cancels. I mean, almost all of his juice comes from stuff like that. So I've seen a lot of Luke players get this knockdown, but they kind of have to step back and play like a sandblast game just to make sure they're healthy on the drive gauge resource. Ovaha, what have you been seeing?
That's actually true, and we did speak about Ken briefly and how he gets more of the so-called free damage with his Jin Rise and the mix-up game that is kind of built in. And it's true that Luke does have great whiff punish game, but it is sometimes very meter dependent. Sometimes you get the standing fierce into an EX Flash Knuckle, for example, and then you kind of gotta convert off of that. So that's already like a few bars here and there. So I absolutely do agree with that, but it's interesting to see how this will go, obviously, since it's a run back, but this time ImStillDaDaddy. ISDD is going to be playing Guile, most likely, so we'll see what happens here. But what do you think about the Luke versus Guile matchup?
Yeah, that's an interesting one, right? I feel like I haven't seen too much of it, despite both of these characters being pretty well represented, especially in my neck of the woods. I think we got plenty of Guiles in North America, got a lot of strong Lukes as well. But it's one to me where both of these characters can, like, I think they can put the onus on the opponent to kind of get in, close the distance, try to not let them breathe, right? So going against each other, I'm interested to see what distances they try to optimally play at. Obviously, I think ISDD and Guile, the projectile war is just almost always in his favor unless he's playing against someone like a JP. But the hit scan projectile, the sandblast of Luke, can pose some threats, right? He can get out very quick, catch Guile off guard while he's starting up in certain areas. To me, it seems pretty even. Maybe at a high level like we're about to see, there's some nuances that I'm not aware of that kind of tip the scales on one side or the other. But yeah, man, I think it's going to come down to player decision making today.
I also think that this matchup is interesting because I feel like the one who gets the life lead can kind of play the lane game, and the one on the receiving end kind of has to do the approaching for at least for a while until the life gauges get a little bit more even. So I think both Luke and Guile can play the lane game, and you know, the other player has to take some risks to kind of even it out.
Yeah, I think that makes the round starts so important, right? I feel like that kind of gets
absolutely
under-talked about in fighting games a lot of the time, how important that first hit is, that establishing the life lead, and how it kind of affects how the round plays out from there. But Jammers is back with us. How you doing, Jammers?
Most of the jumping hard punches cause a knockdown. Some of them have to be counter hit only. I kind of like that about Street Fighter 6, which is interesting. Kind of save these floating state combos, but it's really good to see. He's already low on drive gauge. Yeah, one thing that ISTD does quite a bit, I've noticed from watching these games, especially in the ICFC tournaments, similar to Hurricane, these guys are not afraid to put themselves in burnout or near burnout. They have to do whatever's
and I think
necessary.
both of these characters are pretty good at fighting in burnout state because they have really solid tools for keep away and also approaching their opponents. And like Luke, for example, can have the heavy flash knuckle and kind of steal back some plus frames even though he's burned out, for example.
Man, at the end of the last round, I just wanted to highlight the fact that ISDD, FT jumped out of the corner, right? A lot of the time players get greedy when they jump out of the corner and they want to come down with a button, trying to catch the opponent blocking. But so many times in this game, the person that's waiting on the ground just walks out of the range of that button and then punishes your landing frames. Like right there, Flawless Deku probably would have been able to catch a DP on his landing, but because he empty jumped, he did not. But right now, Flawless Deku doesn't care about what happened in the first round because he takes the second.
Well, they both haven't used any of their super gates just yet. Lovely jumping into Light Flash Knuckle. Good block on the overhead. These guys definitely have to look out for their overhead mix-ups from There you go. Speaking of the devil, you got to look out for those. Lovely jump hard punch there.
Jump-ins right now.
I think you should spend level 3. Yeah, good choice.
If you've ever wondered...
Yeah. Luke has some fantastic jump-ins though, and I've heard a lot of Guile players say that Crouching Fierce in this game is not as reliable as an anti-air, so I do think that he kind of has a hard time sometimes to intercept those jump-ins from Luke.
That was a smart choice, right? Because he wouldn't have been able... If he DI'd back, I don't think he really had the health for that. And if he blocked the DI, he's going to get wall splattered into the round anyway. And they both drive rush at the start. What? These guys are madmen.
Green means go.
Oh, and then they jump in again. What's so interesting to me about his set so early on is that I was expecting the hard reads of the jumps and the drive impacts, specifically from Flawless Deku side, to come later when he gets a better sense of the fireball rhythm of ISDD. But he's been on point here in the game 1.
I think a lot of people, this is why I like the first to 10s. I hope we can bring more of them down the line. I think everyone's still playing with the first to 2, first to 3 mentality. And then they realize there's 7 extra games to play, and it's like, oh, okay, slow it down, kind of solidify the game plan, or switch it up. But this is going to be one of the more fundamental aspects of the game. I know there's drive rush and drive impact in the game, but when you look at what they have to do, basic navigation over sonic booms, you know, tackling each other's normals and whatnot, because both these characters have a fantastic set of normals. Misses his cross cut, rising uppercut. It's going to be huge here for ISTD.
Speaking about the first to 10, it's definitely a marathon, not a sprint, but there's sometimes it's beneficial to kind of take a head start, maybe get a 2 or 3 game lead, and then kind of slow down afterwards, for example. So there's definitely different approaches to a longer set.
All right, going to do Sonic Hurricane. He's going to close out that game to make it 1 apiece here. And he's in burnout again. One thing I wanted to touch up on and what Ringe mentioned about the meter gauge before was I think the best way to put yourself in burnout, if you're going to do it on your own volition, is to burn yourself out by sending the opponent full screen. That way, you can set up shop and be a little bit more comfortable with the dry gauge replenishing slowly over time. That's one thing I've noticed that people should be doing a little bit more than burning themselves out.
Yeah, I definitely feel
nice
that,
parries from Flawless Deku here.
Oh, that beat the jumping
once again. Yeah, that jumping fierce is just working wonders for Deku.
It's one of the best jump normals in the game for sure. We're seeing it highlighted again.
Just cleanly beating that crouching fierce.
Yeah, it's not quick enough, my friend.
There you go, just blocking the Sonic Booms up close, gets the anti-air there as well.
And then immediately, like, just taking advantage of the hectic chaos. Deku sneaking in a drive impact.
Deku as well.
See, and again, I know you get huge mileage off of drive rush overhead in this game, but Guile's one of the characters I feel who can really switch it up because he's got a good crouching reading kick, so you can get like a flash kick conversion, Sonic Hurricane. So I think ISDD should go for a couple of lows because people are just naturally standing up when they see drive rush and you have an overhead. Hey, okay, he tried it, but he blocked.
There you go, yeah. Did you just order this, Jammers?
Not really. It's just one of those things I had on my mind. Speaking my thoughts out loud, you know.
But yeah, I do agree that dry rush into crouching medium kick for Guile is one of the stronger ones from the cast because he can convert pretty decently from it as well.
That was sick! Get the perfect parry, and we've talked about this before, right? Perfect parry, the objective is 2 things. You either try and optimize the drive gauge steal, or you just put him in the corner. It's all about the positional advantage.
Oh man, he wasn't blocking cross up after the parry.
Did he get it?
Oh, just didn't quite break the armor there.
I thought he pressed the crouch jab off, the special cancel by Luke. I thought he would have tapped the button. I guess he didn't want to go into burnout.
Yeah, exactly.
Just waiting.
He's burnt out.
Yeah, ISTD has been jumping a lot when he's in the corner. You see it again here. I want to see if Deku can kind of cash out big. Instead reacts to the boom with a level 3. That will be enough of a cash out to take this round.
Yes, indeed it will. Good call there by Ridge. Yeah, it's something he's been doing since SF5. I can't remember if he's used it in SF4. When he's in the corner, he does jump back a lot. In this game, it's kind of more warranted. Only because of the eye and the wall splat and the stun. So
I was gonna talk about jumping in the corner a little bit, even jumping forward. Right, it feels like a tool that works more in this game than it has in the past. I think it's just kind of the result of the offensive meta in the corner and some of the commitments make you vulnerable to jump outs. But either way, ISDD, huge lead here.
Oh,
Yeah,
so
this round has been all about ISDD right now.
Right, and now this, we've been talking about this before, right? So if you're going to let Gal play the Sonic Boom game, you hold. There you go. He got the perfect area. Good stuff there from ISDD. You hold parry because at some point he's going to stop and move forward. And if you can recover before he gets to you in time, you can probably check his dash. But to stop him from like being comfortable Sonic Boom, hold parry, not just tap it. So
I like that from ISDD. I was going to bring this up. If he could somehow move out of those jump normal ranges, then maybe he could punish Flawless Deku's landing recovery. He did that there. Walked forward, made it miss. Now he's got the corner.
Yeah, like just like Jammer said before, like he's now been switching up the dry rush approach really well. Like he's going for throws, going for lows, and the overhead occasionally as well.
yeah, he might have been doing the overhead to condition him, to be honest, to sit still. So then he has to guess between a low and a throw. And if you're crouching,
so then he can go for the grabs, for example. Yeah.
yeah. And the fact of the matter is, Flawless Deku hasn't been checking any of them until he perfect parries that drive rush. And he's going to get the combo straight to the knockdown here. No safe jump. He's going to go for the flash kick.
Yeah, he went for the Oki since whiffing the shoulder tackle in that situation leads to Oki. So good call there.
And that was so smart to bet on it then from ISDD because he still had a bar of drive to play with after the OD reversal. And now jump is working on his side.
What did that be? I'm curious
Nice
about
tech this
that.
time. Great meter management from Flawless Deku as well. He's leading on that, so trying to bank on the burnout here, possibly.
Oh, he got the confirm there into the EX Flash Knuckle. Gonna get a meaty crouch medium punch. Just keep ISDD here and he can get
nice
conversion.
spacing trap.
Oh no, ISDD, he woke up with the crouch light kick, try to walk forward a bit. But you could tell like that whole sequence was because how low he was on drive gauge, right? We saw him just start making these moves a little bit early, just running into some of the Luke options to not get burnt out.
Right.
There
I
you
do
go.
also feel like we did saw that Deku was using the standing roundhouse from Luke. I think that's kind of an underrated normal from Luke because there are some meaty setups there where it's like super ambiguous, and we did saw just now the spacing trap as well. So I think it's really nice seeing the usage of that move.
All right, gonna take a boat ride to Memphis with the 6 punches. Let's see if he drive rush in, try to bait a flash kick. Is he gonna leave it? He drive rush in and he baits a flash kick afterwards. Well, the sequence happened. There you go. Didn't happen exactly how I planned out in my mind, but the 2 moves did come out. So I'll take a dub there.
Yeah, I think that was a well-earned dub. I'll give you that one.
Yeah, you can have that, man. It's all good.
Now, let me double check. Is EX Sonic Boom faster than EX Sandblast? I think it is by like a couple of frames, but let me just double check. Where's it going?
Nice. This time he's like, yeah, preemptive with the crouching fear.
Getting it out nice and early on Deku's jumps.
Nice
and then blowing up his defense as well.
Yeah, it is. Okay, it is significantly faster. Nice DI there. This is just a Hail Mary at this point because ISDD can close out this round if he just be a little bit patient.
He's burnt out though, but
and even that little crouch medium kick of damage was so good because now beautiful flash kick either way. But then Deku couldn't just drive impact for free because even the normal that would have gotten absorbed would have killed him off, right? So something like that is really important.
And you're right, yeah. No, good observation. I believe I didn't see that. Just parrying again, tap
with the
parry.
parries, yeah, eats the overhead though.
Yeah. Eventually you'll get there, but a nice jump forward there. No charge.
And Ringe did say that, like, if Luke doesn't go for any meter in the combos, he the most he's gonna get is like jab, jab, jab into a light flash knuckle. So there's not much there to go on from.
All right, there you go. Whoa, what a whip punish. I think that was his intention anyway. I'm not sure if he's looking out for the normal, but down the line in this game, lovely safe jump. He did believe in it, and that should be the round if he spends everything here. He might just need the level 1. Yeah, Vulcan Blast is going to close it out here for that round.
Also,
but yes, later down the line, you are probably going to see people going for drive rush intentionally to whip punish certain normals because they'll be more comfortable with how it works in this game. You will see that later down the line.
And Deku did say that he enjoys that about the game.
I've seen that like on very rare occasions, right? Like where somebody like sees an animation and then responds to it with a drive rush. But you're right, Jammers. That's going to be so popular going forward so much more.
I think with heavies, it'll be the easiest to do it against. Mediums is where I will proper give people credit for because I'm like, yo, you had a very tight window to catch that medium.
And someone like Luke can definitely. Oh, that was so clean.
I know, that was rude. That was rude. There you go.
Man,
Rude
and
awakening
this guy
for
Deku was
ISDD.
telling him beforehand. He was like, "You could just Sonic Boom. That freely checks the drive rush when I have level 3."
Well, do you know, I think people still kind of misunderstand or sleep on the fact that you can cancel the driver's animation like pretty damn early. I think it's after like frame 10 or frame 11 or something like that. And if you've got a fully invincible move that's from frame 1, well, Bob's your uncle, mate. You kind of win the whole scenario, like, period.
Oh, yeah, that was not much ISDD could have done in that situation. Maybe banking on a level 3 or something, but yeah.
You see how confident these Lukes are in the money button, bro? He was burnt out. He was like, I'll reverse a button. I don't care. I got crouch medium punch, bro.
Hey, listen, everyone's got a money button in terms of neutral, and they got a money button in terms of combos. Guys wanting the combos to stand fierce. When that button's part of combos, it's doing damage.
I
don't
love
care what
those
it is.
combos.
There you go. Wow.
Oh, Wings DP.
Well, he's going to wait for a flash kick momentarily if he gets annoyed, but there you go. And he put, look, this is exactly what I'm talking about. This is exactly what I'm talking about, right? He did a flash kick and it sent him full screen. So he can kind of like work with this scenario because he's got the life lead here. So you can work with this scenario. So
absolutely, and Guile is the premier character to play when you're burnt out because his game plan doesn't really change, obviously.
And you know, I was actually... oh, go for it, Rick, please.
I was just going to say, good awareness from Deku at the end of that last one, though, because the buttons that ISDD was using, even in Burnout, were still -1. So that was really good awareness.
DI, the DI with the punish count. He's going to take a bar and a half here. He's going to capitalize on it. He will. He's going to go for heavy Sonic Hurricane, and he will go for the extension, sending full screen. That's a good thing about Guile in this game. His drive gauge replenishes in a much more safer way than other people's, because he can send you full screen. Just backing away at the moment here. He hasn't got level 3, so the Sonic Boom game kind of does work up to a certain point here. Unless Flawless wants to jump in.
Down he got, just like he said.
There's the jump though, that's the question. There it is. He could have interrupted that there with a flash kick, won the game.
There's the boom.
He's waiting it out. Was that a jump?
Actually caught the jump.
Yeah, was that a jump?
Yeah.
It looked like it.
Because he got knocked down on the ground.
Huh. Interesting. Yeah, sorry, one thing I wanted to mention before was no matter what game you put Guile in, like the core game plan stays there, he just works around what systems put in place. Like the core of it doesn't change. Whereas other characters, their game plan actually changes because of the system. So
yeah. But in this game, like Guile is the most versatile he's ever been, I feel, because the system mechanics just allow you to play in such a different kind of a play style, depending on who you are.
Yeah, I mean, like with Drive Rush and Drive Impact being offensive mechanics, right? It gives him a little bit more juice offensively than he otherwise would have.
Oh, he went for it. Didn't want to deal with the mix-up there. Didn't know what was going to come, and there's going to be a wall splat. He capped at 80% damage here. That's still good damage regardless.
Safe jump here. Nice empty jump.
Caught him pressing stuff. Cash out with a level 1. Put the $1 million button on him.
Yeah, that's the money button.
It is, bro. That crouch medium punch is crazy.
It just feels so good to press that button.
You know, it'd be even more dangerous if it's SF5 counterparts. Like, it's pretty damn strong in this game anyway, but in SF5, like, you seriously have to respect that button. There you go. That's away. Parried a little bit too early, though. He is he's waiting for the perfect parry so he can get the jump, so he basically gets ISDD out of his rhythm, because all the perfect parry does against Boom is it eliminates the kind of stability in the Sonic Boom game. It's just a guess. It's not a guaranteed punish.
With a sandblast on the way.
I like the spacing from Deku right now because he's obviously waiting for a jumping from ImStillDaDaddy.
I think they're both waiting for a jumping from each other, to be honest with you.
It feels like it. They're both being very patient.
Oh, there's the first
carefully. Jump. Oh, Deku though. They both been on point.
Yeah.
He
tried the whiff punish there, just a little tad bit too late.
And he got him.
Oh, again, bro. He's had good timings on these drive impacts because you don't do that in reaction to a Sonic Boom.
No.
Like if you react with drive impact to Sonic Boom, he's recovering in time to drive impact you back.
But
so a lot of hard call-outs on Deku's side.
This is the thing. This is because what you mentioned before, Ringe, where ISDD was jumping back in the corner. That was part of the reason, right? If if Flawless Deku's not doing anything to punish the jump backs, then why am I going to keep jumping? I'll just throw the booms again. But it looks like Flawless has just been identifying the Sonic booms. It's like, well, look, even if you block in time after I've done the boom, you're going to get wall splat regardless. So it's a win-win.
Yeah.
It's a win-win for him. And I've been saying this since the beta. I'm like, Guile really has to be careful throwing booms in the corner, man. Like, seriously.
It's true.
Nice throw tech.
Yeah, it feels like Flawless Deku. That's mainly where he's looking for them. And I think it's because of the Sonic Boom nature. Oh, and now
He went for the DI and just jumped over.
I'm not sure if he missed his cancel and the target combo into his level 1 and he went for the DI as an option. There. He's like, oh, that was sick.
Hold up.
That was sick.
Breaking the armor in time, IsDD. Burnout almost depleted.
He's going to regain the meter, though.
He's got to be careful with the distance of the boom, though, because Vulcan Blast is still a threat, but this is going to be the round. Flash kick should end it there, and he reset him just for the sake of it. A gratuitous overhead, no reason, and he gets the round there.
That stand fear was tight, though.
Of course. I'm not going to lie, I like Gal's combos in this game. I don't like playing Gal, but I like his combos.
Like, that standing fierce just feels so gratifying to use, like, as a whiff punish tool in this game. It's just very satisfying. I do love the Guile this game has.
He done it
That was
again.
a beautiful.
Oh, he whipped the DP, super dangerous, but IsDD just didn't get the punish there.
All right, there you go. Gets a perfect there. Rebuttal to that first round here. And let's see if Flawless can take a 2-game buffer against IsDD, or will he make it 4 apiece? Because these guys, they're kind of equal in skill level. And again,
it's been super even so far as well.
Oh, what
Big
a
jump,
jump! Oh, man.
Missed the timing on the perfect flash knuckle, though.
It's hard, though, because when you do an early jump fierce with Luke, you then have to figure out, like, am I in range to do the crouch fierce? Because it might whiff. And then it's like, okay, now I've got to do the perfect, like, flash knuckle. So.
Yeah, do I, like, have to invest meter? How much do I have to invest? It's sometimes kind of a...
Got him. That's going to be the game. That will be the game. Keep it nice and simple.
Yeah, he has the level 3.
And he's just going to do fierce, heavy flash knuckle into the Pale Rider. And we're going to a 5-3 game here for Flawless Deku in this set. I can kind of tell who steals MR from who at this point in time. But
You think so?
we'll see if it... Hey, listen. MR is like a great thing in this game and a very demoralizing thing. But like the guys have been saying, I like to ask all the players how they really feel about it, because it kind of just lets you know where you're at. That's just basically the layman terms.
Yeah, and the thing is that this game is sometimes so volatile. So, like, even if you are like a super solid player, sometimes you just have that day where you don't manage to squeeze in the wins, and you may lose like several hundred points of MR. So you just feel hopeless at that point.
Yeah, definitely the most consistency rewarding. Oh my, again, that anti-air just can't do nothing for IsDD.
Meaty, juicy overhead.
And I like that Flawless is doing the jump fierce when IsDD's not really looking for charge or holding charge. So it makes it even worse, because you're not always going to charge. You're going to press crouch fierce, not mindlessly, but like you want to use that as your normal attack anti-air. And it has been losing.
Nice tech.
Got him. Yeah, he got him. He's not dead though.
Really good, and the meter management on point from Deku as well, just outlasting IsDD in the zoning war.
Now, Flawless Deku's offensive reads so far in this set have been out of this world. Like, that's what has given him the lead so far. The jump-ins on the Sonic Booms, the DIs on the Sonic Booms, the level 1 right there. Like, he is
especially
really
the DIs. I think those have been the most impressive for me, because we know that IsDD said that he really dislikes the mechanic anyway. So, like, it must feel extra demoralizing to just get hit by those.
Sorry, that looks so silly. That should be the counter. Yep, Sonic Hurricane gets him out the corner. Still in burnout here, and that is going to be an abundance of damage here for Flawless Deku. Maybe the safe jump, doesn't even need to. Try to bait him.
One more for the count?
Nah, he got him. Nice burnout here too. Nah, he's definitely got to be careful if he goes forward.
That jump fierce is how Guile's hair got like that in the first place, bro.
Damn! It's like that now.
Oh, that's not going to hit. Yeah, there you go. Too fast.
Man said, I know the real reason why your hair's like that as a flat top, mate.
That color is just out of this world, I gotta say.
Yeah, the dipset Guile. all pink everything.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, he missed it. Wow. And I don't think that would have been perfect parried either there by Flawless, but he gets the 3-piece confirmed into the like flash knuckle. Try to bait a flash.
Went for the dry rush for the Oki as well.
See, I just clocked. One guy's got flash kick, the other's got flash knuckle. That's going to be so confusing. I just clocked. Oh, nice punish counter.
Oh, I thought that IsDD was going to let another flash kick rip, but let's let it rip on the jump in.
Do you know what, Ringe? Like, just like a word of advice. I think the more you watch him, the more you'll feel what we feel when we watch him. You'll know when a flash kick. I promise you. Like, if you ever start commentating IsDD more, you'll just have this gut feeling as to when a flash kick's coming out.
It's coming any moment.
Both of these, it's like a tug of war for the drive meter right now too. But Deku gets a clean hit. He's gonna cash out because he's gonna cash out the meter as well. That's gonna put ISDD real low on the drive gauge, not quite burn him out.
But he can't throw a fireball. That's the thing.
Yeah.
Go for a crouching medium punch.
And that was a super. That what I promise you, that was the super. He did. That must have been. He did a jump roundhouse by accident. That must have been a super.
I can't
what a
believe
scramble in the corner at the end there.
Like, I felt like the flash knuckle was something the ISDD would have been waiting for to react to animation-wise. So, yeah.
But you know what? I like that you bring that up, Rinch, because there's things where someone reacts to something, and you expect them to react in the same fashion or a similar fashion somewhere else, and they don't. And it's sometimes it gets a bit annoying because you're like, hang on, you done this part, the hard part. Why you did it here?
100%.
I feel like DI is one of those mechanics where it's like you see one of those players do it, it's like, okay, I'm a bust it out too.
100%. That's why the game, it kind of in unison. They put everyone in the same, or a similar playing field, I should say. Well, you really start.
Yeah, I feel like we saw way more ISDD DIs after Deku had established he's gonna do a lot of them. Like,
it's like I can do that too.
Like, all right, bro, this is how we're gonna play.
Bust him out.
The double DI, what do you mean?
Oh, I think it was during the combo because he was trying to burn out ISDD.
Yeah, he was trying
he
was trying to take out as much of the drive meter from ISDD.
Yeah, so if you do, someone who asked that, if you do a button into DI and it combos, the DI takes meter from you. That's why they do it. So if you ever see people do like a perfect parry or a punish kind of DI to their opponent, and they do like a button into DI, they're trying to take away as much drive gauge as possible. That's literally it. Trust me, most of this game's strategy is around the drive gauge, not the health gauge.
And you can see some characters do those kinds of strategies more than some other characters.
Yes, that's correct. That is correct. I think once you've heard us explain it to you now, I don't think you're gonna unsee it. You're gonna see it more now. There you go.
There you go. Another great level 3 from Flawless.
He's been reading these booms, the flash kicks. He just knows what ISDD's gonna do.
See, he is in his head.
I think once he just throws out, yeah, he's got him in stun. That's gonna be the game.
He got the MR.
Oh, yeah, that's gonna be the game.
Sure.
Actually, not quite.
Secured the MR.
Yeah, no meter to cash on the super, but throws the wake up button from ISDD regardless.
See,
damn, 7-3. That's a hefty lead.
At this point, right, when Flawless has level 3, ISDD can't throw out a Sonic Blade, a regular Sonic Boom, or an EX Sonic Boom and he's got DI again.
Dude, those DIs have been the MVP.
To be fair, I think after throw tag, it is very popular for projectile characters to throw their projectiles, so I like that bet a lot.
Again, the game, once you see the game's just going to turn into Hard Read City, and he's got him.
Nice.
But this makes it easier. Listen, once he gets him fixated on countering the DIs, he's going to do other stuff. Trust me.
Oh, 100. That's how it gets down, right? That's how fighting games go.
Yeah, lovely flash kick.
Nice flash kick once again.
Got him again. Going to store the replenishment on the drive gauge here. And he's got level 1. ISDD needs to be very meticulous with these Sonic Booms because Vulcan Blast will take him out. Level up. Yeah, look, he's pumping level 1. He just needs to be closer.
Totally churning.
Oh, that was unfortunate.
Dude, that empty jump was so good.
Nah, that was
putting out any hurt boxes to get gripped on the neutral jump.
If he did a jumping medium kick, that air grab would have beat him.
Yeah, exactly.
That was so good from the awareness from Deku is just insane.
No, he's okay. He dropped his combo unfortunately there, but
you can see he's been annoyed by these DIs. That was an annoyance drop.
Yeah,
do you know what? Because
stealing frames with the flash knuckle there as well.
When you play at a certain level, people like seldom DI. They don't do it as much anymore. So someone just bringing out the DIs again, like it's beta 1 days, it's like Jesus, like good lord, mate.
It's so it can be so triggering though. So I kind of like the mental warfare aspect from Deku.
On one of the ICFCs, Seijan brought up doing the world's largest gaming thing for YouTube.
Oh yeah,
and he was like, "Bro, all of these new players reacted to every DI and they DI'd me to death." Yeah, right. Because like when you play at high level now at 6, you're not used to that frequency of DIs, but it's present for sure.
Well, it is 8-3 at the moment here.
Wow.
There is a huge deficit here in this set, so let's see if ISDD can bring it back. I have more than enough confidence in him. He's capable of doing it. But
Absolutely.
as Rinj and Alvar has been saying, I think these DIs have just been gnawing away at his brain.
I mean, it's been the jumps as
one way
well.
to
It's
put
been
it.
the bait outs on the flash kick. It's just been like so many right offensive decisions.
Yeah, and the jump ins have been on point as well. Just like challenging the kind of a dead angle where Guile has troubles with the crouching fears, for example, because he has to do it so preemptively.
Yeah, and the thing is as well, when nice jump in there from IC.
That was actually a clean confirm with the flash kick.
When you land the punish counter DI or a jump in this game, you do get heavily rewarded, and that can be demoralizing for the other guy. So.
And another thing I want to talk about too is you can see now Deku. Oh, nice level 1.
So good.
His jump ins, like he recognized ISDD has started walking forward on some of them to punish the landing frames. Now he's recognizing when that happens and he's doing the cross up jump button. Like he's making little adjustments here and there too.
Oh, and right.
Nice this time, yeah.
Did they do it at the same time, or did he do it slightly after the other? I think he did slightly after the other. Oh my god.
Oh.
Yeah, you see, he's trying to anticipate flawless to the DI.
Yeah.
He's been conditioned.
Oh, the whip punish. That was clean. He's not. Actually, he might be done. Yeah, he's done. That's it.
Yeah, just a fun fact. This is Deku's favorite part of the game.
You lost 45% off of a whip punish. One of the best whip punishing buttons in the game. Luke Stang fearsome. He has the resources. You are finished. Then again, arbitrary DI in the neutral. Good not to flash kick there because it would have went the wrong way.
Good point, man.
That was clean.
The beautiful parry. Definitely been parrying a lot of the drive rushes that have been falling into fireballs.
Overhead. And he's going to go into, he's going to go into crossfire
actually got the
somersault
full
here.
animation.
Yeah, that's fine. There's very rare situations where he just gets the giant flash kick and no cinematic.
Yeah, it seemed to be kind of a late cancel, so I was thinking about that. That was such a clean shimmy.
Reaching.
There you have it. ISDD breaking that streak, and he makes it 8-4. He's reducing the deficit slowly but surely, but he basically has to get there before Jordan wins. First to
Yeah,
two
but that's
here.
really good. Breaking the streak in itself, it's like, must feel good.
Oh man, that gonna take all those good feelings and throw them away on that one. But like, I do think it's very important. Yeah, I think it's important that he gets the dub at 8, right? To allow himself at least one more game of mistakes. But oh man, I don't know if it's gonna be enough.
And the empty jump as well. There you go. Just called it. Oof. Empty jump low. Such a good option for Luke.
I think it's a good option for anyone because of how safe jumps and certain situations in the corner just work in general.
Luke has some fantastic safe jump setups though.
I wouldn't say as good as Aki's though. Aki's are very simple and powerful.
I need to see more of that.
She's only been out for 2 days. Well, not 2 days, but a little bit more. There we go. Sonic Hurricane, is he going to set up shop? He's going to put out a boom, meaty boom there. The level 1 is still there, but Flawless is not going to use it just yet. Nice flash kick. Send it full screen. I put myself in burnout, not you, mate.
Sonic Blade up. He's just waiting for him right there. That was beautiful defense.
Yeah,
there you go. That is traditional Guile. That is staple Guile gameplay to a T. This is looking fantastic here from ISDD, and he breaks away with the X flash kick. Now, Flawless has to be cognizant of the flash kicks again. What a pickup!
Hello?
Bro.
Hello,
That
the confirm was sick.
Bro.
That was absurd.
I've never seen that actually.
Me neither.
That's why we bring these. That's why we bring these guys on the show, because we want to see things that we wouldn't see in the first two. I would never seen that first two.
Yeah.
That was absurd, bro.
Dude, they need to actually put that thing in a museum.
Ooh! Double jump, no! Oh no! Mate, he's gonna cash out the whole thing! And what's gonna happen is, he's gonna be guessed for game. However, ISDD has his level 3. I don't think you have the cojones to jump forward on your wake up. I think you are going to sit there.
Are you sure about that?
I think he's gonna sit there. Yeah. Nah, the situation was, it is too big. The magnitude of that situation was too big. I don't think he was gonna jump on his wake up. Nah, no. It is too much. I think he tried to do, in a previous encounter like that, he tried to level 3 and he got an executioner, I think it was. That time round, I don't think you don't want to do anything, so.
Yeah, too much on his mind right now. Looking a bit grim, but let's see if ISDD can bring it back.
You think he was just concerned with trying to block it out till his burnout came back?
That is a consideration as well, but in terms of trying to get back into the set, and it's like, right, if he blocks my level 3 and wins the game, I think that's more mentally taxing than him just throwing.
That's true.
Why get crumpled in the corner?
I'm telling you, man, Phenom taught me a lot about this game, or like fighting games, had a satisfaction for your opponent, I'm telling you.
Good point. Oh!
He's a master at it.
Oh, that was so clean! Here we go, he's going to take all the DI. No, he's going to just go for back throw instead.
Oh, that's actually really smart because the scaling was there as well.
Uh-oh.
Dude, that was
Nice,
such a
DD.
smart sequence from Deku. The perfect parry into the DI, into the back throw to get the superior screen control. Wow.
Well, this
That
is
was a
not
street
looking
level, true.
too good here for ISTD. It's looking bleak. It's match point here, set point here for Flawless Deku. Unless ISTD has something to say about it. That looked like a very interesting bait. I'm not sure what he's trying to bait, but that
Kind of
looked
looked like a Hashogeki thing where Ryu players do that to kind of stop the momentum.
Okay.
That was cool. I think it would have caught a button if Luke actually put one out, but he didn't.
True. People are getting a little bit creative with the way they try and check or stop drive rush checks these days. Nice sweep.
Yo, the sweep, just the tip.
He misses anti-air.
Oh.
That's still, I don't believe that. I can't believe that worked, but he wanted to anti-air. Back throw.
For
This is
real.
not looking good. If he gets hit, that's it. If he gets hit, that's done. That's why
Will it be
IST's
the
not doing
DI? Will it
anything.
spell the in?
He got the overhead.
He should have cancelled. He should have got the DI cancel, but he tries to go for a tick throw and it doesn't work. Oh no, that's it. I think that's it because the CA version. Bye. That's it, mate. He's done 6
Nah, I
punches.
think he's on a pixel, right?
Nah, I think he's done, mate. It's the CA
Getting sent
version.
to Memphis right
Bang.
now.
Oh
Yikes.
man. And ladies and gentlemen, there you have it. We have a winner. It's Flawless Deku. He's stealing all your MR. I don't know how much it is. I can't do the calculation off the top of my head. But Luke is still a solid character. Fantastic jump-ins. He made DI back on your watches, mate. He said, guess what? It's still here and it's here to stay. But yes, phenomenal gameplay. We got to give congratulations to him when we do that as well. Let me see GG's in the chat. That was a valiant effort there from the general himself. My peoples have disappeared. I must be in a room
We
isolated
were
by
so
myself.
impressed that we
Wow,
kind
there
of
you
left
go.
for a moment.
I just turned on the wrong channel. Sorry, I turned on the wrong channel. My people are back with me. But yes, we do want to have a little chat with these guys. But what we are going to do is we're going to take a short break. When we come back, well, we're going to find out the history behind these two in SF6. Because let's find out. But yeah, get a drink, get some snacks. We'll be back to you very shortly for the post-match interview. Stick around. I think you want to hear what they have to say.
He was obsessed, you see, with finding an appropriate vessel for this power.
Fight with all your heart!
We are supporting Capcom Cup 10 with a total prize pool of over $2 million.
It's showtime, baby! Luana takes it over Idol!
Alright, you ready?
You don't want to miss it! Let him cook! Look at the damage! Look at that damage!
Now's not the time for jokes.
Your two-time Capcom Cup champion! It's Meta RD!
All right, everyone, and welcome back to tonight's episode of Sets Here featuring ISTD and Flawless Deku. If you are just joining us, unfortunately, the set is now concluded. If you want to watch the games themselves, then head on over to Capcom Files on YouTube or rewind the archives here on the Twitch channel, and you can go and watch the action yourself. Do not worry, this is a talk show partly involved with games as well. So if you're here, just wait for the archives to be done, watch your games, and then go about the rest of your day. Thank you very much. But I should have both our contestants back in the chat with us. Have we got ISTD and Flawless here? Have you got both here?
Yo.
All right, there's one.
Yo, I'm in.
All right, cool, sweet, perfect, thank you. Right, so Flawless, congratulations on that, on winning that there. We noticed a couple of things you were doing in the set that were actually pretty damn good, I got to say. But kind of walk us through your strategy against Guile as Luke. Is it kind of a strategy that's universal for Luke, or is this specifically for Guile?
I'd say it's for Guile. I think any strategy for every character, like no matter who it is, you have to have a specific strategy for Guile. Just the way the character kind of functions. But yeah, it generally is just like walk forwards, then block, and then try to perfect parry the booms, and then if you can like option set jump, and then yeah, drive impact when they do really obvious booms or like medium kicks and stuff, and then you hit those. Yeah, that's the gist of it. Obviously, there's like punishing, like crouch medium kick, that kind of thing. When like you press buttons, kind of generally just or EX Fireball as well with Luke's really good versus Sonic Boom. If you do it as well. So yeah, that's kind of the gist of it.
Okay. One thing I also noticed as well, or I should say all of us noticed, was your jump hard punch usage against Guile. It seems to be...
you have to use that a lot. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, just walk us through that. Is that to just specifically beat Crouch Fierce, or you got to do it at a tight angle? Like, what is it? Why do you abuse it so much?
So if they're standing, then yeah, they have to Crouch Fierce really early. Like, yeah, if they're looking for anything else, then it's almost like a free jump in if they're standing. Obviously, if they're crouching, then, the times where I got flash kicked is because I'm trying to read a boom, jump, flash happens versus Guile, and then, got the one time you get the jump though, you get like 40%, whatever. If you got super, you can get more. So it's like risk rewards kind of in your favor. Like, character just forces you to jump in general, so it's kind of just making that work.
Oh no! Do you know what? That's actually a very good way of looking at it. If Guile forces you to jump and you have a potent jump in, it's kind of his loss if he's not ready for it.
While he's standing, he has to be like he has to crouch fierce like really early. Otherwise, he wins.
Yeah.
Or like all trade, and even then, that's not that terrible.
Okay, no, that's pretty interesting. Now, just switching over to ISTD, I just want to know your philosophy on the Luke matchup in general. Is it difficult? Is it even? Is it in Guile's favor? Talk to me.
It's easy. It's one of my easiest matchups. But Flawless play. Look, no disrespect. Good games. Flawless is playing on Wi-Fi. It's lagging. We was playing.
It was a LAN connection, bro. What are you talking about?
I don't want to. Let me talk first, right? I don't want to. Look, well played, right? I had fun tonight, either way, right? But listen, look, playing a game, and then you found, look, it's lagging, right? And you're walking forward and spamming drive impact. Every game you won, you won with a drive impact, right? Literally. I'm just saying, you're playing on Wi-Fi, it was lagging.
It's not Wi-Fi.
I couldn't really play my game.
Hang on. Can I ask a legitimate...
You just kept jumping and being a bum. Literally. Good game, bro. Go back and watch it.
Hang on. Can I ask a legitimate question here? Well, I like that you ended it with that. Is drive...
Anyone can see that.
Wait. Can I just say something once before? It's not on Wi-Fi. It's a connected LAN game, so you can't. Bro, you can see the. No, yeah, but like.
Go back and did anyone see the lag spikes? Look,
in this situation,
I don't argue about it, but you beat me by doing drive impacts constantly. You better say you beat me by doing drive impacts constantly.
I'm just saying there was no Wi-Fi symbol.
Right.
You just closed the game down. I couldn't even play the game. I was too scared to do it.
Am I allowed to? Can I ask my question? Okay. I wanted to ask ISTD, is drive impact at all a legitimate strategy against Guile in general? No,
I just wasn't reacting to it tonight. It's a bit hard when it's like lagging like that.
No. My question is, is DI? Can you use DI against Guile in general? Is that not on the cards?
No, it was kind of making me scared. It was just walking towards me. It was like, oh, when's he going to DI next? He'd do it randomly. He's not doing it on a guess. He's doing it randomly. But it's just hard to deal with it. It's like, because I was like kind of tense, and then he started doing it, kind of just changed the whole game. It's like jumping, and then it made me not want to do anything to him. Maybe not want to do anything, maybe not want to press his button in neutral. I was backing off to a corner all the time. I really like had a bad game there, but how we beat me was just spamming drive impact. There's nothing impressive there. We were playing the game at first and he's spamming drive impact, but the connection just wasn't all that, man. But like he beat me fair and square. I don't want to like sound like
wait, hang on.
That was just stupid. That game was ridiculous, man. I should have left after the first of 5 because of the connection, bro. Did anyone see any lag spikes in the stream? Because it was terrible, man. It was terrible. Like, I would happily, look, you should get Mark to go to the little office where you're sitting at and we'll run this back off. Because, look, I'm not like, I'm a little bit salty about it, but just the way you was playing, bro. Like, you know, I'm always going about drive impact, but I don't want to discredit you from this. So we'll play flawless, and I did have fun too. Right?
Hold on,
like, any 5-year-old can see you just walking up spamming drive impact. Anyone can
you're spinning me with these contradictions.
You know what I mean?
All right, well played. GG's.
No, right. Can I wanted to ask you as well, specifically about, because I actually think you're one of the better players in Burnout. Are you comfortable with fighting in Burnout in this game? I'm talking to ImStillDaDaddy. I think he's one of the better players fighting in Burnout. Are you comfortable fighting in Burnout? Or is it something you really try to avoid?
Well, not really. It's like you can the game can be over once you're in Burnout. You can just end the game. It's kind of hard to deal with. I need to parry a lot more to kind of create it. But yeah, I don't know. I try to be out. It's kind of hard when you're in Burnout, depending on what character, because they can just like press you to the corner. Once in your corner, you're a bit buggered now. In the beginning, it used to be easy, but people can just, once they get into Guile, it's quite hard for me to press a button.
Okay, no, that's interesting. Well, you mentioned parry, but I don't think we really saw you parry in that set. I think you when I watch you play normally, when you're streaming or on your replays on CFN in general, I see you parry a little bit more, but I think
go on. I couldn't really do anything in that game, to be honest. Like, one time I tried to parry, I got grabbed. I couldn't play that game. Look, you can look at it. I'm trying to do solid booms and it's jumping me and stuff.
No, I did see a couple of execution errors. I think there's one time I saw you wanted to do level 3 and you got a jump roundhouse. I think a couple of jabs came out when you wanted something else. So no, I did see that.
The thing was, it's like when we started the game, I played the first game. I thought, oh, he's just gonna jump. It's like, oh, you really gonna play like this? Like, and I thought, oh, I've got it comfortable. I just keep closing him down from when he's jumping because he keeps gonna do it. And then he just started to walk. Once he got me with a drive impact, he felt a weakness there, and maybe because I was a bit nervous tonight playing him. It just kind of like, I couldn't react to it at all. And then go look back, he's probably got me with about 15 drive impacts.
Oh no, we counted more than 20. We definitely counted more than 20.
Yeah, I kept getting stuff, so I got beaten by him just doing drive impacts. So it's my own fault, to be honest, but like, there's nothing impressive there. Do you know what I mean? We were just playing like a bum. I'm running back off.
Sorry. Let me.
Well played. Don't want to sound salty, but like I've just got.
Well,
I just couldn't believe it. You just kept doing it, bro. But like, it's just my fault not to do. I was doing the wrong shit. So.
Wait, but how many of them punished your Sonic Boom? Count that many.
What's that?
How many of them went through your Sonic Boom? Because
he was getting my medium. He was getting all my buttons.
That's yeah. Well,
no, he's asking about the Sonic. He's asking about the Sonic Booms, not the buttons. He's asking about the Sonic Booms.
Even the buttons, like you crouch medium kick and I drive impact, and you can't do anything, bro.
Well, I wasn't sort of. What's that? What you said?
I'm saying, so whether it's a Sonic Boom or a crouch medium kick or whatever it is, you know, whatever button you press, and it gets.
Can't DI for a Sonic Boom reaction.
No, it's not a reaction. It's a read. I know. I'm predicting it.
No, it's random. I could have DI.
Okay. Well.
I did DI a few times back against you, but you just kept doing it.
Okay.
It was a DI. That was a DI, mate. Well played, bro.
Okay. All right. Let me. Oh, go on.
And it just was like bullshit, that game.
All right, hang on. Cut back on the language, please. We apologise about the language, sorry.
I'm going to swap.
Okay, right, never mind. Right, let me ask you both this question. When we had Ending Walker on with Riekeman's Barnet last week, they said being in Burnout is not punishing enough. There's still a lot you can do to kind of get out of the situation. One of the things that Ending Walker suggested was there should probably be a 10% damage reduction when you're in Burnout, as well as not having access to your drive system. Would you agree with that suggestion, or do you think that's a bit too harsh? Flawless, let's get your answer on that first.
I would say it's a bit too harsh. I think Burnout is punishing for sure. I think that you can definitely play in burnout, and I think it also depends on the situation. Like, say for example, you put yourself in burnout and you got them in the corner, then it's not really as punishing because they can't really take advantage of it. But I think that's fair because you put yourself in that situation and you've kind of weighed up the risk. They still do have the opportunity though. Say if they get one back throw, or they get a hit, then then it can be curtained. So you do still have to worry about that. Like most comebacks happen when you're in burnout. Like you put yourself in burnout and then it's like you have a life lead, and the only way you lost that really a lot of times is because of burnout. So that's why I probably agree. 10% damage reduction as well, just a bit excessive in my opinion. Yeah, that's my take on it.
Okay, fair. ISTD, what about you? Do you think burnout should be more punishing, or is it fine the way it is?
No, I think they should. When you can't press certain buttons, they change the frames on things.
Oh,
I think they need to put it normal, because I think that's a bit too. Like Aki, she can just press jab, medium, punch.
Yeah, jab, medium. Yeah.
This is just stupid. Like when you're getting burnout, it just looks silly. I think you should just change that back to normal. You get enough from the chip damage and to knock them against the wall. Like sometimes when you can't get press buttons, it's kind of like you might as well just give up the game once you put yourself in burnout. Sometimes, especially with resets and stuff.
I don't disagree with that actually. I don't disagree with that. Ringe, what about you? Do you think they should revert the frame data back to normal when you're in burnout?
I kind of like it. I agree that there is some funny looking stuff, the block strings that come up when people are in burnout and whatnot. I do agree that there's some funny stuff going on, but I kind of like that. And in general, I really like the way burnout currently is. I don't think the 10% damage reduction thing, like to me, it doesn't change the way people play in burnout or against burnout. So I don't really care about that much. To me, I've always been a fan of burnout because it hinders the person in burnout, but it does make the person that's attacking a bit more predictable, right? Because they're trying to take advantage of the things that are better in burnout, whether it be the DIs, whether it be those certain block strings that have stupid plus frames. So I've always been a fan because if you make the hard read, which is a little bit easier to make because they're trying to take advantage of the burnout state, I mean, there's a give and take on both sides because of that.
No, actually, that's a good call, actually. Interesting opinion there from Ringe. Ovaha, what about you? Do you think there should be something different about it, or are you kind of fine with the way it is?
I mean, first of all, great points for Ringe that he brought up. I agree, damage reduction in itself doesn't really change anything about the play style. Personally, I do like where it is, where there's like inherent risks, but also, especially with certain characters, they can still function pretty damn well, especially characters like Guile and Luke, for example. So I think it's pretty good where it is. I wouldn't personally change really anything. I wouldn't at least make it more punishable.
Okay, interesting. Right, the next question I wanted to ask was back to Flawless. You utilized level 1 a fair bit against Guile to punish him. How much of a threat is level 1, just in the grand scheme of things? Is it kind of scary in a first to 3 as opposed to first to 10? Because you were landing it a fair bit in a first to 10 extended set. But I don't know how valuable that level 1 is in general, because it looks like you're just punishing, not necessarily looking to get the round. You're just like, alright, I'll punish you to kind of deter you from doing that. So how much of a threat is level 1 in this matchup?
In this matchup, it's really good. It's just, obviously it's hard to react to Sonic Boom just in general, because obviously recovery's so good. And obviously if he throws the EX, then usually, it'll hit you before the level 1 comes out. But yeah, if you're ready, then it's a good punish. Obviously it only spends 1 bar as well. So say if I've got the level 3 as well, you can use quite good. I think that's one of the equalizers in this matchup. I think if he didn't have a level 1, level 3, then it would be really, really tough for Luke. But yeah, there's kind of, it evens the playing field. Sure, I think level 1's really good.
Okay, cool.
And even, I don't think it matters whether it's a first to 3 or a first to 10 or whatever. It depends on the situation. Some first to 3s you'll hit it 2 times, sometimes you won't hit it at all. I don't know, but it depends really. But it's just having it as an option is important, in my opinion.
I like that answer. The reason I ask is because I'm so used to seeing first to 2s and first to 3s. I don't really see long-winded sets in this game. So you guys are actually showing us a lot more about the matchup and the characters in these extended sets to help us commentate first to 2s and first to 3s, see the extra options, because you guys have had more time to experiment with things instead of limiting yourselves to just, right, my drive rush conversion's here, here's my frame trap, here's my wall splat conversion, I'm a perfect parry. This is that you're exploring the characters a little bit more as the set goes on, as opposed to just first to 2, let's get the job done, because the system kind of does it for you. Does that make sense?
No, that's true. Yeah, I mean, you definitely have different strategies depending. Like, obviously, kind of first to 2, maybe you want to be a bit more bulldogish, where you're just like, look, I'm just trying to get an advantage. Whereas when it's a longer set, obviously you've got more time to adapt. Kind of, that's a very short sprint strategy, isn't it? So it's kind of like, it's not going to work in a longer set, for long. So, you kind of need to set it up, don't you? But, yeah.
True. Right, let me ask ISTD one more question before I hit you with, I think, 1 or 2 closing out questions, because we are running out of time. ISTD, if you could change one thing about Guile in this game, what would it be? Just one specific change, or is he fine the way he is right now?
Nah, you're not. I'll say this. Like, I don't even want to say. Like, you see his upside down kick.
Yeah.
It's reactable. It's reactable. You can DI it on reaction. I shouldn't say it. You can DI it on reaction. The only person who does it to me is Mr. Crimson. I'm sure he doesn't do it random. You can DI it on reaction. I think you need to like just with Guile, like, I don't know. He's fine how he sort of is. I just think you should change the game. Like, take throw loops out, scale the DI, and I don't know. I think it's fine how he is. But just change the system of the game, the throw loops and the DI. Scale the DI. So like people just can't do DIs during corner and get level 3s. And
you mean the wall splat damage? Is that what you mean?
Yeah. If you take it off while I'm blocking, so you can't knock me against the wall when I'm blocking.
Okay.
That'll be sort of fine, because as a Guile player, you're sort of thinking about a lot of things, and the buttons I got to press out are really DI-able. You know what I mean? And sometimes in the game, obviously in that set there, it just made me think that, when's he going to spam DI out? I don't know, he's just walking forward to doing it, so kind of made me scared. But I would have to resort to other buttons, so it could obviously be a risk. But I just think the DI just annoying.
There's a really, really good option, DI back. That works.
Yeah, but you can't DI back for a random DI. It's not like you're DIing to like react to it. How much? And I can't. You can't. How am I supposed to DI when I can't react back to it?
He's messing with you.
I know what you're saying. Yeah. But yeah. Well, you got me tonight, Reverend Flawless. So well done.
All right. Right. Let me ask you to this last question here. We'll start with Flawless first. If there was an exhibition you wanted to see on the show, 2 players that you'd want to see, who would they be? It's a bit of a vague question. If you could think of 2 players, who would you want to see on the show?
No, it's hard to say that, man. There's so many good. I'm just thinking of players in the UK, but there's so many good players.
I mean, even in the UK,
it's who would I want to see? I don't know. I think Broski's wicked. I would love to watch him. Problem, obviously, Hurricane. There's Joker jokes. Like, there's a lot of good players I'd like to see. Player set. I can't pick one in particular who I like to go up against the other. It's just, I don't know, off the top of my head, I don't know, it's a bit too hard. There's just certain players I enjoy watching, and if you picked any of those, then I would love to watch.
All right, we'll see what we can do. ISTD, what about you? If you could have a set, your dream set that shows up on the show, who would you want to watch in the first 10?
Daigo would be good.
I mean, we've got to speak to his manager first, but that might be jumping with a bit of flaming hoops, but I can't make any promises. We'll see what we can do. But yeah, ISTD, who would you want to see on the show in the first to 10, if you had the choice?
I don't know, Daigo and Hagishi, the Guile player from...
Oh, Higuchi? Okay.
Maybe them 2. Oh, no. Him versus Nemo. I'd like to see him play Nemo's JP.
Okay. No, all right. That's not a bad shout. That's not. Yeah,
it would definitely be a JP versus Guile. I definitely want to watch one of the. Yeah, definitely. I do take my time to watch their matchups, but I would definitely like to see the best JP versus one of the best Guiles.
Oh, I respect that. I'll make note of it. We'll see what we can do. Oh, one last thing for the both of you. Are you both going to the EGX Arena in 2 weeks' time? Is that 2 weeks' time?
Yes.
I'll be there.
Perfect.
100%.
You guys can have a run back over there.
I think we should run a first to 10 back there.
There you go. There you go. Perfect.
Hey, it'll be offline as well. No excuses.
There you go.
Yeah, no excuses. We can film it as well. I feel really stupid tonight. But look, I just want to say, sorry to be salty and actually well done and congratulations on your win, bro. All right?
Perfect. There you go. These guys can do it offline at the EJX Arena. All right, gentlemen. We are just about out of time here. Can we put their socials so people know where to follow them, please? These two lovely gentlemen. They produce content, of course. ICD, you can follow him on his Twitter at ImStillDaDaddy there. And ICD, you still on Kick? Is that correct?
Oh, yeah. Thanks for promoting it on there. That's nice of you. Oh, cheers.
Do you just type in ICD? Oh, sorry, ImStillDaDaddy on Kick, or is there anything else you need to put on there?
Just put Kick. It's on my Twitter page. It's on the front of the Twitter page.
All right, perfect. So if you guys follow him on Twitter, then you can go directly to his stream there. Do you still stream on YouTube as well? Or is it strictly Kick?
Yeah, I still do YouTube. I've got a tournament tomorrow. I'm doing tournaments and doing Mortal Kombat as well. So we're doing tournaments during the week.
Ooh, okay.
Nice.
All right, back to the multi-game player ICDs. Back like 7-8 years ago.
I don't want to talk about on the Street Fighter thing, but we're doing some like league over there, and I'm like up the top of it. I've got 4 games.
Ooh, look at you.
4 wins so far, 100% match. So I'm not doing too good in it, but it's good to have a little breather from the DI standard.
All right. All right. Flawless Deku, what about you? Is this are you back streaming? Are you still making content? Or are we just solely are we fixated on just competing in Street Fighter 6 right now?
Yeah, I'm still streaming a bit recently. I took a bit of a break. I just had some work, and then I'm also trying to concentrate on competing as well. So it's kind of tough to balance. But yeah, I'm releasing videos still. If you want to check me out on YouTube. And then different clips. So recently I've been playing a lot of Aki on my stream. So yeah, got her to master, and we're kind of messing around with her at the moment. But yeah, more to come in the future for sure.
Perfect. Yes, make sure you follow these gentlemen on their socials. Heck, you may be able to find if they have the run back at EJX Arena in 2 weeks' time as well. Just make sure you keep an eye out for that one. All right, gentlemen, it was a pleasure talking to you both. When you are ready, you can leave the Discord call and enjoy the rest of your night.
Thanks for having us, man. It was a lot of fun.
We will talk to you guys.
If I come on to the show again, we get Jimmy's because everyone wants to watch that.
We will. We've been trying to get Jimmy, but we need to give Jimmy a little bit of time. Obviously, he's got a second kid, so he needs to be a family man overall right now. I take care of my child as opposed to throwing fireballs, but when he's ready, he'll let us know. All right, gentlemen, when you're ready, you can leave.
Take care.
Thank you.
All right. No, that was brilliant, I gotta say.
That was amazing.
He wears his heart on his sleeve. Well, both of them do, actually. I kind of love that.
Yeah, it was great. It was great.
I'm so happy for tonight.
No, and you know what? Becky wasn't here to join us.
That's a pity. But I mean, been a great time.
Of course it has. Rinj, did you enjoy tonight?
Yeah, absolutely, man. It was a great set. Love the banter between them afterwards. It was, it was good times overall. And like you said, like they both wear their heart on their sleeves. I'm a wear my heart on my sleeve type of guy. So whenever I see people like that, willing to put it all out there for everybody to watch, to ridicule, to praise, whatever it may be, I have admiration for that. So definitely big ups to both of them.
No, definitely respect as well. But yeah, you will see them at the EJX Arena later. So I think outside of that, we do have a couple of closing things to do. Right. Explain yourselves. What is this? I've only seen this now. What is this?
Spooky season.
Well, it's is this a Halloween special or something?
Yeah, spooky season buff, brother.
Is this just is this an Avatar thing? Is this someone's DLC costume? What is this?
Avatar.
It is
it's an Avatar
season
thing.
pass.
Oh, okay. Oh, Blanky-chan. Sick.
Finally, a worthy challenger for the Turtles costume.
I forgot to ask the guys about modern controls now that I look at it. I forgot to ask about modern controls. Okay, this looks pretty cool.
Yeah.
I do hope at one point we can actually set up an Avatar battle on the show. That'd be pretty funny.
Wait for that.
I'm hoping we can do something down the line. I've got it noted down in the cards, but if we can do something like that in the future, hopefully you guys will be down to watch that here. So yeah, apparently Spooky Party premium rewards, they're all here. There's the Avatar gear, the photo frame,
spooky season,
the stickers as well. Again, this is my personal opinion. I think Capcom are missing the trick. I think all the stickers they release in the game, there should be Twitch emotes. I think everyone will subscribe and they'll pay for them. It looks like that's someone's getting intoxicated or poisoned by
there's the custom avatar like emotes or like special moves you can do in the lobby.
The poses.
Okay.
They had some poses.
Do you know what? It was amazing, right? How everyone was in, they were in the Battle Hub in the beta days and in the early days of Street Fighter 6, and then everyone just migrated over to Fighting Grounds or custom rooms. Because I remember someone said it's a desolate wasteland here in the Battle Hub. I said, no, everyone's on the game. They're just in their own private rooms. Because it used to be packed out like an MMORPG. Ah, there you go. And of course, Aki is out now. She did come out on September the 27th. If you haven't got the deluxe edition or the premium pass, I urge you to get it, only because I want it to be easier for your lives when you turn on the game. It's a pleasant surprise. When you turn on the game, they're going to go, oh, look, new character here. You got the costumes as well. You got everything, and someone's dressed up as Fang. He's not coming back. Don't worry.
Very nice.
Fang's not coming back. I actually prefer the way Aki works. And like I said, the thing is for me, all it is Fang and Gil combined. It's Fang with retribution effect. That's what Aki is to me. What's up?
Jammers, did you see Fang's mustache though? Look at him.
Now I have.
Look at that.
Look at this man. He is absolutely looking fabulous in this game. What a glow up.
You guys think it's a glow. I just think he's out there to take your money. What?
He looks amazing.
I don't know. Maybe I'm the odd one out here. I don't see what you three are seeing. It's crazy. Anyway, there's stuff to be earned here at the spooky party as well. Don't forget, Aki is out. Of course, as well, we do have... Can we show the EGX Arena? Have we got that page? Because I wasn't mentioning it before. I do want to show the people this. If you do find yourselves in London or you're considering going to an offline event that's a little bit more affordable and you want to pop on down, then please come on over to the EGX Arena. It's actually happening on the weekend of October 13th to 14th, I think it is. Yes, there it is right there. There is a 5K prize pool there. The General will be there, ISDD, Flawless Deck will be there. A lot of other household names in the UK will be there as well. It's actually part of a gaming convention, so if you buy your ticket, you won't just be entering the tournament, you will be part of a gaming convention as well. So please consider it. If you want to get your offline fix for Street Fighter 6, it is over there and available. And then, of course, the World Warriors are still happening. Yes, I was correct. Okay, so that means the French one is happening November 19th, and their online premiere is in December. Okay, so this is going to work. All right. So, UOS number 3, or the Ultimate Open Series for France World Warrior, that is concluded. The next one is going to be October the 29th. I actually think a premiere is happening on that same weekend for CPT. But that's the next one. This is for France only. They always get 100 plus players, so these guys are fantastic doing that. But their finals will be November 19th. So if you want to check out the French region, then please follow reversal.gg, or sorry, reversalgg on Twitch. And then, of course, there's our own one with Bracket Reset. I think our next one is October 29th. Is that right? I don't know if we've got it.
Really?
I don't know if we've got it in the back. I can't. It's October 27th. Okay. All right. Okay. I don't know why I was tripping. Anyway, it is October 27th that the UK and Ireland number 4 will be happening. Will Ending Walker get the 4th tournament victory, or will someone else take the cake over there? I'm not sure if the signups are available now, or they will announce the signups there. It's a collaboration between Team King Aggie as well as Visual Platform, but the stream will be on Reversal GG's channel there. Lots of World Warrior stuff to be keeping up with around the world here as well. I think there was, just to remind you guys, yes, just a reminder, there's CPT action. We're coming to the thick and thin of things. There's a lot of stuff on the line here, and it's going to be an offline premiere. There's 3 offline premieres in total. We've already had the first one at Evolution 2023, and now the next one will be at Gamescom Asia. If you are in the Asian region or you're considering going to an event, please, I heard Singapore Airport is one of the best airports in the world, and I heard their food or their hospitality is some of the best in the world is there. So you want to head on over there, sign on up with Start GG, and find the respective stuff, as well as if you do sign up, you do get a free t-shirt there. There's a Ryu one. I'm not from that. I kind of said that on camera out loud before, so I'm just going to stick to my guns and die on this hill. I'm not really fond of that t-shirt.
I like them both,
that's
honestly.
Me. However, there is the CPT France that's going to be happening a couple of weeks later. So if you want to sign up for that and you're in Europe, please do so. The CPT offline in France has 2 venues. The first couple of days, or first 1 or 2 days, will be in the one called Esports. That sounds like a gaming bar I've never heard of, which it probably is. And then the finals will be at Paris Games Week on this Sunday. If you want to get more information on that, or sign up, startgg/CPT 2023 FR there. And of course, if you do sign up to this one, then you get a free t-shirt here. I like this one, not because it's Manon. Not this one. I don't play the character anymore. don't play the character anymore. I try to, but I haven't got a character yet, so I'm just playing the game as it is, to be honest with you.
Yeah,
just
same, honestly.
Suffering out here. No main, you know.
No main club.
Hey, listen, hopefully it won't be too long. I just hope I don't end up like playing Ed and saying, yeah, Ed will do it. I just don't. I despise that guy
Honestly,
for a long time.
I'm putting all my bucks in Akuma.
We can all be Akuma players.
Yeah.
I think that's a fair thing.
Just Misatsu.
Jammers is fighting his true nature as a JP player, and I appreciate you fighting that.
Yeah. Do you know what? Veggie said the same thing week 2. He said, you should just play JP. And I've actually been shown I've been learning JP as well. I've been playing him, but it's more so I need to know what he's doing. Not so much as, nah, I want to play.
Oh, fair.
That's it, really. But no, you're not wrong, Ringe. You're not wrong. But no, honestly, Ringe, appreciate that because I know this was kind of last minute for you because I know you had to do the World Warrior shift. I don't know what your weekend was like, but then you come and join us here on the Mondays. Also, thank you very much for taking time out of your day. One of the best commentators, one of the best in the business
with you.
To do that with him. Orvaha as well, pleasure. Now, an announcement before I give these guys their closing words. We are not on next week. That is for certain. We are not on next week because myself and the rest of the team actually have some stuff to take care of on the Monday. So we may be back on the Monday after. So 2 weeks time, we may be back on the airways. If not, we'll let you know regardless. But next week, there is no show, but I'm hoping we can get something sorted for you guys regardless. Now, of course, Ringe, you first. Any last words before we let you go?
Great time on the sets as per usual. Like I said at the top of the show, I always like watching a first to 10, some type of longer FGC set, especially between two high-level players. Always a lovely time commentating with Jammers and Ovaha as well. And big ups to the production crew matching my TV with my hoodie. That's all I got to say.
Fire.
Do you know what? If he didn't sort that out, I wouldn't have noticed. Like, legit would have noticed.
Happy accidents.
Well done.
We take those, baby. Ovaha, what about you? Any last words?
I mean, it's just, in general, it's great to be back with the show. Obviously, we did have a longer break, but like these 2 episodes have been fantastic so far. Just absolute top guests and top banters. Always a good time with you both, and Beggy, of course. Shout outs to Beggy. But hopefully
He's too busy being
be
Hollywood.
Yeah, exactly. But obviously we'll be back shortly, but in the meanwhile, play Street Fighter and just have a good time and take care of yourself.
Sweet. All right, you heard it there. Take care of yourselves. We'll see you back when we can. Catch the archives on twitch.tv/Capcom Fires or subscribe to the YouTube channel. Everything will be uploaded there. But when we come back on the airways, you'll know when our next fight card is announced. All the games, all the banter, and apparently all the drive impacts. We'll see you next time. Take care.